Hey there. This video is for anybody at Holy Archangels who is looking to help us out when I am on vacation to send out the weekly emails that we do at Holy Archangels. There are 2 emails a week that Father Robert will send you what in the case of my absence, we'll send you exactly what we want to have go out. And first of those emails is an email for what we call the homily and bulletin email. That's where he sends you the homily and the bulletin, as well as an email. And then the second is what we call the weekend reminder email. So both those emails Father will send to you. And it's our job to get it onto our mailing list and attach the homily and bulletin in that case. What we're going to do is show you how we do that. So if you are the lucky soul who gets to help me out with sending these emails, I will send you our login credentials. So we use a program called MailChimp, and it is an email list server. So I would send you the credentials. You go to login.mailchimp.com and you log in. Most likely when you log in, it will take you to a home page, something like this. And the place that you want to go is campaigns. All the other stuff you don't really have to worry about because you'll just be sending out campaigns. So campaign is another word for email. And as you see, we have 2 kinds of email, homily and bulletin, weekend worship. In this case, we had an urgent prayer request too, but that's slightly different. I'm going to show you when you're creating the homily and bulletin, you would select the previous homily and bulletin email and you would replicate it. If you're doing the weekend worship, you would click on the previous weekend worship, click on this drop down menu and click replicate. So what we're going to do today is create a homily and bulletin email, since that is what Father did for us. So I highlighted the previous homily and bulletin, went to this drop down, and I click replicate. And when I replicate, it generates a new campaign. And you're always going to send it to the entire list, so you don't really have to worry so much about that. The main thing is that down in the bottom is your navigation through this campaign creation. So once you're there, you're going to click on the next. And it'll bring you to the screen that allows you to change the campaign name so you know what the campaign was, and also the email subject line, so that's important. So in this case, it is the 26th, so we're sending out the homily and bulletin on the 26th. Deleting the copy 1, and then the email subject you grab from Father's email to you. So in this case, it's join us this week for the feast of Saints Peter and Paul. We copy that, we go back, we delete our old subject line, and we paste in our new one. And that's all you need to do here. So you're going to click next. Once you click next, it's going to bring you to the design of the email. And as you see on the email here, this is what the email is going to look like. And they're all different boxes, it's made out of different components. So when you hover over a component and you want to edit it, you have these options to duplicate, to delete, and to edit. But everything that's in here is all the sections that you need, so you don't need to add any new sections. And so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the email from that Father sent us. So we're going to click on the edit button. And this is where the body of the email is. I am going to delete everything that was previously in there. And then I'm going to go to Father's email and I'm going to copy everything It was in here. And then I am going to paste it back here. Voila. Most of the formatting comes out exactly correct. Sometimes there's an extra space or two, which you can delete, but again, not the end of the world if it doesn't come out. So that's the main section of the email. So we can save and close that. That's important. That way it saves. Over here on the right is our this week's services. In this case, we have a special service on Wednesday as opposed to the Bible study. So usually we just need to update the dates onto this. So Wednesday instead of this week will be the 28th. But we do need to change this to say Vesperal Divine Liturgy. Since it is going to be that, since it's the feast. But typically you might not have to change that. So next week we would change it back to the Bible study. Then we need to change Saturday. We will already be into, I believe it's July 1st. So we need to change that to July 1st. And then Sunday will be July 2nd. Fantastic. Now we need to upload the bulletin and the homily of this week. What I do when I'm here is I actually load it to our website and link it to our website. But for all of us to streamline things, we're going to do something a little bit different. So when you want to edit, so while I'm away, so when you edit this button, you click on it, you click on the edit button like I just did. It brings you up what the text of the button is, and then it tells it what to link to. So in this case, you want to change this. You want to click on the drop-down menu every week, and you want to click File. Here it is a media uploader. So what you want to do, most computers should let you do this, but if you can't, what you would do is I'll show you both. The first way is to just simply drag this file over here, and it will upload itself, and it'll automatically link now this to the file of the homily, so people can click and download that file. If you don't have a mail client like I do, and it's not easy to drag and drop, if you are working on the web, you would save this attachment to wherever you would save it to. For example, I will save it to my downloads folder. And I would click on File, right? And I would change the file name. And then I would open it up in my downloads. And I would go ahead and drag that in there. Okay? I'm not going to do it because I already did it. So, there you go. So now the bulletin is done. We're going to do the same for the homily. So go into the homily, we're going to click on the drop down, and click File. In my beautiful case, I get to drag and drop it right to there. It uploads and automatically links. Voila, we are done with that part. The only other important part is this little teaser box up here, and this is important because this is what people see in their email clients, like for example as a preview here to what's coming in the email. So we want people to be interested and have a little sense. So in this case, I'm going to just copy I'm just going to copy the beginning of what Father wrote. Sometimes you need to be a little creative, but that pretty much says it all, because the main thing is that we want people to come to the feast and to know about it. So we save and close, and now what we can do, in case you were worried about it, is you can click up on the top here of this drop down button that says Preview and Test, and if you click on Enter Preview Mode, it shows you what it's exactly going to look like on a mail client. This is an important step if you're not confident that the links that you made for the bulletin and homily aren't working. So what you would do is then you would click on that link, and it would open it up, and then it would show, oh, the person downloaded the homily and here it is now, or the bulletin rather, and now it's on their computer. Or in some cases, it might show up as a preview there. So that's working. So that's good. Once you see that it looks okay, no major crazy errors, you click on this X, exit out of the preview mode, you're back into the editor, and then you're ready to go ahead and send it. So you click on Next. Now it brings it to the review screen. You make sure that you're sending it to the right people. Here's the subject of the email, and all the rest you don't really need to pay attention to. In this case, there's social cards, which that's a Facebook integration, but I'm just turning it off so that you don't have to worry about that going forward while I'm away, and I can reset that when I get back. And then you're going to go ahead and click Send. And it says, "Are you sure?" And you say, "Yes, I'm sure. Send now." And it gives you high fives because you've done a good job. And that's it. So, like I said, you can go back to the campaigns to make sure that it was sent. Here it was. It's being sent. And the same, just to kind of walk you through real quick, is the same with the weekend worship. The weekend worship is the same, except the only difference is that you don't have to upload a homily and bulletin to that email. It's simply a reminder that we're having emails. And look it, I got an email. Oh, not from the right people yet, unfortunately. We'll wait to show you it come in. I'm thinking about it. Here's my interesting email. So I get a confirmation that the email was sent, and it should be going out soon. Yeah, so that's it. Hopefully you find this video helpful. You can always still usually contact me while I'm away, though obviously sometimes it'll have less ample response. Thank you so much, and we're going to stop this video.